going to look at social media's negative influences on today's teens. Helping us look at these influences is psychologist Gabby Studebaker. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So how does social media affect teens' mental health?
Well, teens are always getting the pressure to post from their friends and their followers, so they're always trying to measure up to them. So this leads to them having poor self-esteem when they don't measure up. This is called active use.
So if teens stop posting, will this help?
Well, no. The opposite of active use is passive use. It's when teens don't post, but they check in on other people like their followers, and this leads them to envy others and have FOMO, fear of missing out.
Do you think that social media has influenced the rise of teens dealing with depression and eating disorders?
I think it has. At the University of Pittsburgh, they did a study, and users that go on more often were 3 times more likely to be or become depressed.
How does this happen?
Well, they're always comparing themselves to others. They're showing the ideal and perfect bodies, and when they don't measure up to this perfect body that they're shown, they start to feel bad about themselves and they want change.
Other than mental issues, what other bad influences are coming from social media?
Um, Lots of bad and destructive behaviors. They always see smoking and drugs, and when they're constantly seeing these behaviors become more and more popular, they think they're okay.
Well, thanks for coming, Gabby, and keep sharing your awesome information to teens around the world. Now we're going to turn it over to John Mason over in the Social Media Strategy Summit in Toronto.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Social Media Strategy Summit in Toronto to find out how social media affects trends and also how those trends affect people on social media platforms. We talked to the leading marketers at Instagram to find out how they see trends starting on their website and also how they see those trends affecting their users. After having multiple conversations with the leading marketers, we have learned that often trends are started by people with a large audience and a large amount of influence, such as celebrities. Companies sign contracts with these celebrities and oftentimes pay them to wear their brand in pictures or out in public. When a picture is posted on Instagram, it is seen by millions of people who are looking up to that celebrity as a role model. And when they see that brand as a cool product, they go out and they wear it. They purchase products from that brand and they wear them in their own pictures, and that's often how a trend first starts. And as this happens, it is often seen by the popular kids at school, and they, having a larger audience at their school, continue the trend amongst them. And oftentimes, when this trend is started, it doesn't get stopped until a new one comes around. It's a seemingly endless cycle, and it plays with a person's natural instincts to want to be part of something that's going on and then want to fit in.
Social media is really helpful for people with social anxiety. It can help them form relationships without having face-to-face conversations. Now we have Liam Solomon, an analyst, talking about positive influences of social media. First of all, why do you think social media can have a positive influence on people?
Well, first of all, I think that social media has a positive influence on people because social media can help spread influential messages that have never been done before. For example, never before have we had the power to share a message to thousands of people in just a matter of seconds.
But how is this a positive influence on social media? I'm not quite understanding your side of the argument.
The message that I'm really trying to get across is that social media can allow almost everyone to spread the truth easily. That is one of the main reasons that social media is so beautiful.
How do we know that these messages that are being spread are true and unbiased?
That is to the reader's discretion. I feel like most information that is posted on social media can easily be proved true or false with a simple Google search.
Is there any other proof that social media has a positive influence on people?
There's plenty of proof that social media has a positive influence on people. Another example of when social media can give a shy person a voice that can be heard. An example of this is when my roommate in college was a victim of domestic abuse. He was too afraid to publicly talk about it, so he decided to make a unanimous social media account. He then asked the public what he should do. He was given many different types of advice that he could sort through easily to find the right decision.
Well, how did he solve this problem?
Well, the next day he met with his girlfriend and told her that he was breaking up with her and moving on. Today he is in a healthy relationship with a new person.
That's a very interesting story, Liam. And these stories aren't just fiction, they are reality, and they happen all the time. And people should be more aware. Thank you as well for joining us today, Liam.
Thanks for having me. I hope I can come back again.
That's very interesting, Holly. I'm back here out in the field to ask people how they think social media affects teens. So how do you think social media affects teens?
I think social media exposes teens to like a lot of things that most of them are not particularly mature enough for. For example, like violence and gore, and then there's also like sexually explicit things and stuff like music that has bad words and stuff like that. I mean, mostly it's good, but then for the few that it affects them really bad. Like a lot of people get addicted to online stuff, and a lot of people get influenced from watching violent things online and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how.
So how do you think social media affects teens?
I think that social media affects teens in like lots of ways, and one of the main ways is it makes them more self-obsessed. I think, like you're looking at how many likes you get on a photo, and you're just like counting them, and then you're just seeing what you can alter about yourself or your photos to make like you get more likes because that makes you feel good. So I think it makes you more self-aware, which can be a really bad thing. Just yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mike. So how do you think social media affects teens?
I think social media is a great way for friends to get in touch with each other. It's a lot of fun. I own a lot of it, or have a lot of social media. But I think that there's a lot of things wrong with social media today. People use it for negative things. I believe that outweighs the good in social media. So overall, I think that it is a negative thing that can affect teens.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in on today's Weekly Social. I hope you learned a lot about social media's influence on teens. Tune in tomorrow for Teens Diets. See you tomorrow!